Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another thrilling episode of Star Wars The Complete History. Today we're going to be going over Fateful Apprenticeship, the Stark hyperspace conflict, and the Battle of Galidraan, and possibly moving into alignment. We're going to see how long this takes us, and that will really depend on what we read. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Fateful Apprenticeship, 44 BBY. Qui-Gon Jinn took his second Padawan this year, following his failure with his apprentice Xantos. 13-year-old Obi-Wan Kenobi had originally been slated for a career in the Jedi Agricultural Corps, but earned his place alongside Qui-Gon Jinn following a crisis on Bandamir. Clues behind the Bandamir mission indicated that Xantos had re-emerged, now reigning as the corrupt kingpin of the Off-World Mining Corporation and the new ruler of Talos. The ex-Padawan attempted to assassinate Yoda and destroy the Jedi Temple, but Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan caught up with him on Talos. In a final confrontation with his master, Xantos killed himself in a pool of acid rather than surrender. His son, under the name Granta Omega, would make trouble for Obi-Wan nearly 20 years in the future. The Stark Hyperspace Conflict, 44 BBY. Though its battle took place only on a single planet, the so-called so-called Stark Hyperspace Conflict intensified calls for a Grand Army of the Republic and raised the fortunes of two key historical players, Senator Finis Valorum of Coruscant and Minister Newt Gunray of the Trade Federation. The incident began with a Bacta supply crisis. Iko Stark, a charismatic Outer Rim pirate and head of the Stark Commercial Combine, raided cargo ships carrying Bacta and sold the stolen goods at a huge markup. Senator Valorum protested that the Trade Federation, the Republic, and Stark Commercial Combine air their issues at a diplomatic summit on the Zato homeworld of Troken. Jedi negotiators assigned to the Troken summit included Tyvoka, a Wookiee master serving on the Jedi Council, as well as Plo Koon, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Qui-Gon Jinn's new Padawan, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Plans for a peace meeting, however, were doomed from the start. Senator Ralph Tarkin of Eriadu, a devout militarist, had assembled his own armada. He was already en route to Troken to crush Stark's pirate fleet and win himself glory. Stark, knowing an attack was imminent, unleashed a computer virus that affected all Republic nanocomputers. No longer able to plot courses through hyperspace, most of Tarkin's vessels collided with mass shadows or disappeared into black holes. Stark attempted to hold the delegates hostage, but they escaped and regrouped in the caverns of Troken's Mount Avos. Tyvok succumbed to injuries, and Plo Koon, who had once been Tavok's Padawan, used the crisis to make himself a legend. In a series of punishing ground battles against Stark's troops, Koon rallied the Republic soldiers under his command and drove back the enemy, despite overwhelming odds. The Republic finally assembled reinforcements, but at this point, Stark had decided that he couldn't win. In exchange for immunity, he supplied the patch to eliminate the nanocomputer virus. But no one informed Ralph Tarkin, who was determined to go out as a hero. Tarkin detonated an explosive charge at Mount Avos, killing himself and freeing millions of flesh-eating insects from the inner caverns that devoured the remainder of Stark's army. The resolution of the crisis made Valorum a political star. Newt Gunray earned a promotion to Viceroy, and Plo Koon honored his former master's dying wish by taking Tyvoka's seat on the Jedi Council. Months after the Stark incident, the Republic experienced the Kol Huro unrest, in which a local despot used the Kol Huro factories to turn out an army of battle droids. The Jedi squashed the minor rebellion, but the use of droids in combat would become increasingly hot topic as the Trade Federation moved to grow the size of its own automated security force. The Battle of Galidraan, 40 BBY. The Battle of Galidraan marked the end of the Mandalorian Civil War, a conflict between the true Mandalorians and the Mandalorian Death Watch that had been sizzling for over a quarter century. Following the Mandalorians' extinction of the Ithulans a century and a half earlier, some clan members had expressed a desire to shed the armorial ways of the Mandalorian mercs. Eventually, the charismatic Jaster Miril came to lead the clans as Mandalore, and set down an idealistic code of conduct in the Super Commando Codex. A Mandalorian named Vizsla attracted followers fond of the old ways, who formed the Death Watch faction. Armed conflict broke out approximately 60 BBY. Vizsla succeeded in killing Jaster Merrill, but Merrill's role as head of the true Mandalorians was filled by Jango Fett. After decades of infighting, Galidraan was to be the end of the Death Watch, but instead it proved to be the end of 4,000 years of Mandalorian dominance. The governor of oh my god, I'm having so much so much trouble reading. The governor of Galidraan informed Jango Fett that he would give up Vizsla's location if Jango's troops terminated a group of local rebels. A group of local rebels. They did so, only to learn that the governor and the Death Watch had set Jango up. Protesting to the Republic that the true Mandalorians had slaughtered innocents, the governor called in a Jedi peacekeeping force led by Master Dooku and his Padawan, Kamir Vosa. The Mandalorian army fought to the last man. Only their Commander Jango survived to become the prisoner of slavers. The once great Mandalorian power had been forever gutted. Besides Jango, only Vizsla and a few surviving Death Watch members remained active in the galaxy, while a small regiment of troops remained on the planet Mandalore as a home guard. So guys, I want to thank you for watching this episode. That's all we have for this week. We didn't get to moving into alignment, but we should have a great episode again next week. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, as always, I encourage you to click that like button, comment down below, let me know what you guys thought of this episode, and as always, subscribe for more awesome Star Wars content. And I'll thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.